means now.
What's going on, people? TroopzTV. Back again. Back our blood clot again, you understand? Episode 325 of Back Again. You don't know the vibes. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to the blood clot ting. You know what I'm saying? Big up the chat as always, blood. You understand? Big up the mods, them, my brothers. You get me? Yes, Troops bottom pause. You get me? I am on bottom row. You get me? Out of the man them who played midweek, I was the one that never got the W over the line, blood. You get me? It's not that deep though. You understand? Still got a lot of football to play. I'm not really fussed about the point. I'm more fussed about the performance. You get me? But let me check in on the man them. You understand? Flawless, Mont, Lewis, everybody there. You get me? Flawless. I thought, you get me? I would put you in my position. Pause. You get me? Because even though it was only Barnsley, you get me, 7-0, it's still a beatdown, blood. You understand?
Absolutely. Well, yeah, absolutely. Like, I'm not gonna get overly gassed, but yeah, man, got the victory. Comfortable, no injuries as well, which is also important as well, and hopefully confidence boosting going into the weekend. But big up to you, troops, every single time. Shouts to Lewis, shouts to Muntz, and big up the chat.
Months, you bounce back after your defeat on the weekend. You got a W in the Champions League, and yeah, your Martinelli Arsenal bullshit continues.
Well, it's just the truth at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, turn that
down. The truth.
That's mad loud.
Is there any way I can turn it up even louder? Oh, okay. Anyway, yeah, it's just the truth at this point, isn't it? You know, we'll get on to him. He'll get his segment. But yeah, San Siro, my second home. You know, been there 4 times now, 4 dubs. Comfortable away from home in Europe. In those ends, not everyone can really go to Italy and impose themselves. And before you guys say that Atalanta did what they did to us last season, well, we actually beat them away from home in the second leg, even though we didn't go through overall. So, you know, in terms of going to Italy, you know, we've done all right of recent. So shameless, but yeah, smacked him, smoked him. Easy work in the Champions League. Not everyone can say that. Some people aren't even in the Champions League. So yeah, decent. We'll be speaking. We'll talk. We'll speak soon. We'll talk.
Lewis, well, not even a quiet midweek, blood. You understand? I see you on your hate alongs. You get me? 1 unsuccessful and 1 slightly successful.
No, I say successful very loosely, but it has been a pretty decent week. A great end to the week as well. I've been struggling with my sleep over the last few days, and then I did the Atalanta Arsenal hate watch. 16 hours straight from full time. I feel energized, I feel refreshed, and I feel good to be back. Big up to everybody that's locked in. Shout out to the panelists, shout out to chat and all of that. And yeah, for anyone who's suffering from insomnia, go watch that game back yesterday. I promise you, it'll be the worst 90 minutes you spent in your life. It'll be the best 8 hours afterwards. Up the Chelsea.
Midweek games, you get me? We're going to start from the first one that was played. Man United 7, Barnsley 0. Flawless. Rashford getting 2. Garnacho getting 2. Eriksen getting 2. Anthony blood. You get me? Getting a goal as well. Took the penalty well, blood. I'm not even going to lie. You understand? Very comfortable performance from Man United. Barnsley had a good first 5 minutes, and then it just went. You get me? It was one direction, blood. You get me?
Yeah, pretty much so. There ain't even too much to talk about. Like, treat Barnsley like Barnsley. Treat League One opposition like League One opposition, and that was the main thing. When comfortable, make sure there was no banana skin, there was no upset, and I mentioned it at the very start. Injuries as well. That was also key. Like, you don't want nobody to get injured going off the back of the Southampton win as well. So yeah, pleased. Like, there isn't really too much to say on it. Like, treated Barnsley like they Barnsley, like League One opposition. I'm just hoping that it can help the players and the team kick on. Palace away is the big test. That's what it is now. If we go there and we get a win and we put in a good performance, or anything similar to the Southampton game or similar to the Barnsley game in terms of performance, then yeah, like, please, I won't have any complaints whatsoever. But that is the big test. Like, I'm not jumping up and down about, oh, we've turned the corner, or Rashford's back, or Garnacho's back. It's like, whoa. Like, relax. Like, we ain't going there. We played League One position and the Championship bound Southampton. Like, let's chill out. Like, we've been here before last season when Manchester United got a good result. And people are like, oh, we back, and then we'd lose the next game. Or the performance would be poor and we draw the next game. So again, not really too much to say. Just glad no injuries. Would have preferred to have seen some more of the youngsters play, but other than that, just it.
Months, you went to Milan, 3-1 victory. Pulisic gave them an early lead, but then 2 goals from set pieces. You turned into Arsenal. Konate and Van Dijk, and then Szoboszlai getting third to seal it. I got some stats. I never had no stats from Flawless's thing because there literally was no stats plan. You get me? But I actually had some stats from this one. Liverpool have won 5 of their last 6 games against Italian sides in all competitions, having won just 3 of their first 14 such visits. 3 of the last 4 Champions League games Milan have lost, having been ahead, have been against Liverpool. Indeed, the Reds are the first side to win 3 games from behind against the Rossoneri. And finally, having been unbeaten in their first 13 home games against English sides between 1958 and 2007, Milan have now lost 8 of their last 11 such matches in all competitions. The first team defeating them, Arsenal. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real, blood. You get me? I think you lot. I'm not even like being dread or not. I'm not even being like shameless. I'm being totally honest in my opinion. This is like serious football talk, no banter. I think you lot got the easiest Italian side out of all of the sides in the Champions League. I think that Inter are better. Now this is real. Relax before you go off here, because this is honesty now. Milan are a Finnish side, bro. You get me? They're a Finnish side. There's no one apart from Leao. Like, you get me? I don't know why Leao is still there. Like, the only reason Leao is probably there is because it's in Milan. Stopping them thing there.
You know, it's crazy, Troops. Even he's fallen off. Even he's
like they're signing Tammy Abraham. You know what I mean?
When we beat Milan, all of a sudden
this isn't the AC Milan that we all know. You get me? Like, could you have ever imagined Tammy
before the game? It was you lot got Milan away from home.
AC Milan, blood. You get me? Like, you could not imagine that, bro.
That's right.
You get me? So let's just get that out firstly, blood. You understand? But you get me? You still
AC Milan's only problem is their manager.
You still had to do what you had to do. You get me? You did that. You understand? It was a good performance from Liverpool. You needed to bounce back as well after getting slap up by Nottingham Forest. You get me? You got lost in the forest, but you got out the forest. You get me? You found your way to Milan. You got the 3 points, and you get me? You're back again in Liverpool, in Melwood, and them thing there. You get me? But yeah, like what do you take from that? Because when I look at the Champions League, forget the league. We're looking at Champions League. Milan ain't going to be nowhere near like when it comes to crunch time. You get me? So what do you take from that?
First of all, big up to Nottingham Forest. I think we need to pay them a bit more respect. Nottingham Forest are respectfully above Manchester United and above Chelsea, and are actually unbeaten in the Premier League. So, you know,
why did they do?
Make of that what you guys want to.
Why did they deserve?
You guys want to make. You guys make of that what you want to make of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so just moving on. Because what we're doing is we're throwing slight digs here and there, so that's fine. We can
How
play
is
that
how
game.
is it slide digs? We're
As I
mid-table
as I
fodder.
said.
They shouldn't get
Oh
respect.
no, you
for
just got
being
you
above
just
us.
got caught. You just got caught in a crossfire. You didn't say anything, Lord. You just got
Yeah,
caught in a
no, I'm
crossfire,
just
if I'm honest.
I'm
Just caught
just
in a
stating
crossfire.
that though. They
Don't
don't
forget,
deserve
Forest
credit
are
for being
also a
above us.
point
Yeah.
off Liverpool.
Yeah, that's
We've
If
been
you want to
taken.
run that, they're only a
They're
point
above
off Liverpool.
They're above you. They're above you, man, and they are unbeaten. So please, just allow them a little.
And
flip
they're right
this year
next
and
to
give
you,
them
bruv.
some- No.
They're right
They're
Moving like
below
you're
me.
clear of Nottingham
below.
Forest, bruv. They're right behind you.
No, Lewis. The difference is they're above you and below me. That's it.
The difference is 1 point.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
what the difference is.
Hey,
it's
hey,
1
hey,
point.
hey. I didn't say,
Hey,
I didn't say they're
hey.
overall better than you, did I? I didn't say, hey, I didn't say they're
Hey,
overall better than
I
you.
didn't say that
I just
either.
said
I
they're
didn't say
above
that.
you.
I just said they had a 90-minute game at Anfield and they won.
So let's.
You know, who got caught in the crossfire, bro? Connor Bradley.
Let's talk.
That's who got caught in the crossfire.
Again.
When Hudson Odoi did the cut inside,
they're above you. Yeah,
and
Lewis,
they're a point
again,
behind
this is all
you.
you've got. Again, Lewis, it's funny because when it comes to teams of
I
Chelsea,
said that's all you
rejects,
got
wanna
when you're
claim
talking
them.
about a 4-game table,
Again,
bro.
Lewis, can I finish what I'm saying? Lewis?
Alright, come on, man.
Where you cut me off.
If you want to clutch at straws,
you're
I'll
cutting me
clutch
off,
at straws too. You think I can't go down to your level?
At least let me finish. Can I finish what I'm saying?
How is Lewis cooking him with the Hudson Odoi picture?
Like,
Come on, man.
Like,
If I
this
want
what
to
we're
do
doing here
four-game table and then we want to try and talk logic afterwards, what is this?
Oh my days!
We're not doing logic. I'm just saying, look, bro, what logic is facts. They're above you and they're unbeaten. What's logic about
And
that?
it's facts, bro. They won at your ground.
I
got a clean sheet at your ground.
You haven't won a game at your ground. Have you won a game at your ground this season, Lewis?
We won 3 away from home.
Have you won a game at Stamford Bridge? That's why I asked.
Actually,
you.
we have. We beat Sabat.
They beat the Surveyors.
There you are.
Yeah, that's where the conversation ends. I'm gonna go speak about, because again, if we lost to Milan or drew to Milan, you probably would have had a picture of Pulisic, a picture of Loftus-Cheek. You would have been claiming all your Chelsea rejects, which you love to do, because again, you can't really show off about your own players at this moment, because again, Chelsea haven't won a game at home and are still sitting where they're sitting in the Premier League.
I can't show off my own players. Now that we're talking about
now that we're talking about
oh, now we want to go back to midweek. Okay, good.
Now that we're talking about the Champions League, the competition that you're not in.
Oh yeah, sorry, Troops.
Now big up Sanch. Now big up Jay Sanch. That's my guy. Now that we're talking about the Champions League, yeah, a competition that only one person on this panel is in. Again, before the game, it was Liverpool got Milan at the San Siro. You're coming off the back of a loss. That's what man was saying. Now that we smoke them and make them look average, because that's what Liverpool do to teams in the Champions League, because Liverpool's thing in the Champions League is different to what it is in the Prem, even though I keep trying to tell man that, and man still don't listen, and now they see it. They want to do the downplaying Milan thing. Milan are 1 point below Atalanta. Atalanta sold Cube Miners, he's gone to Juventus, and Scamacca has an ACL. So Atalanta have been weakened. AC Milan, I'm not saying they've strengthened or they're very good. No one's saying AC Milan are this bad man team, but to go away from home in Europe and impose your style of play and smoke a team with no lube, pause, not everyone's made for that. Not everyone can just get on with the game. You realize when we were 1-0 down, Salah hit the crossbar and was laughing, bro. He's smiling. Mama relaxed.
Yeah, because you lot are the better side. That's why they relaxed. You lot are a good side. No one's disputing that.
Exactly. Arsenal are better than Atalanta. You see what I'm going
and also, AC Milan are having a terrible start to the season.
I'm better than Atalanta.
No. Well, yeah, but we just lost to Nottingham Forest. So again, we were coming off the back of a loss.
Yeah, you had a bad game. They've had a bad season.
Again, bro, but word to you, it's early on. Like 1 point can change. They could win a game and it could propel them to
hear it. The AC Milan, most of my AC Milan fans are already Fonseca out.
Yes, again, the season has just started. If we're going to use your logic,
they love Gasperini at Atalanta.
I didn't even think they'd be manager out this early. They're all Fonseca out. It's been like 5 games.
Yeah, that's great. So what we're not going to do is downplay Milan's thing to the absolute core just because Liverpool battered them. We would, even if they were in form, we would have battered them anyway. We would have beat them anyway. It happened a couple of years back. It happened with Inter Milan. It happened with Inter Milan, but before that, we would have bought them anyway. Yeah, it's as simple as that. In Europe, you need experience. So even when you go one goal behind, it doesn't matter. The players stay relaxed and play their style and do what they need to do. And that's what Liverpool did. We can talk about the set pieces, but Salah hit the crossbar twice. You know what I'm saying? Jota missed 2 sitters. He's the only player below a 7.5 rating for me. Gakpo was moving mad. Gravy Boat, again, another 8/9 out of 10 performance. What can I say? And again, we made them stinky. You still, even if a team's not in good form, you have to make them crap. You have to make them uncomfortable, because no one was saying AC Milan were crap when they went 1-0 up in 3 minutes. No one was. I didn't hear any of that. I didn't hear any hate. I was hearing Pulisic. I was hearing Loftus-Cheek. I was hearing Yusuf Fofana. I was hearing Tijani Reinders.
I didn't even ring you when they went 1-0 up. I rang you when Forest went 1-0 up because I knew you were losing to Forest. I knew you lot were going to come back against Milan.
Fair enough. Listen, I had people ringing me. Maybe you didn't ring me. I had people ringing me at 1-0 down, but that's fine. That's rivals. That's your job. So I don't really mind.
No, that's more about you want to do that. That's more about you lot.
Drag us into your fuckery when we were just chilling, watching the game, knowing that these men will come back. Forest, we all knew you're fucked.
You could go 1-0 down to Accrington Stanley and man are gonna ring you. 100%. That's just more about you.
I don't, bro. I didn't say anything about man ringing me. I didn't say anything about man ringing me. I'm just talking about, for me, we know that AC Milan aren't in the best of form, but neither are Atalanta. So I'm not going to come here downplaying Atalanta's thing. I think they're still a decent side. Milan is still a decent side where the manager's clearly not doing what he needs to do. But at the end of the day, for me, everyone for me was above a 7.5, apart from Diogo Jota. For me, you know what I'm saying? So, and we imposed our style and we done our thing. And as I said, not everyone can go away from home and do what we did the way we did it. Do you know what I'm saying? We made it look like the San Siro was our home ground. What was it? 20-something shots and 11-something on target to their 2 shots and 1 on target. They done nothing apart from outside of the goal.
23
and at
shots,
the end when
11 on target. They had 8 and 2 on target.
Yeah.
This
is what I'm saying.
51% possession.
And this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So for me, now, does that mean Liverpool gonna win the Champions League? No. It's just you just want to get off. It's a massive super-esque league type thing. So you
don't put yourself in the you don't put yourself in the winners conversation.
With Real Madrid in there, I wouldn't say, like, I think we have to avoid Real Madrid if we want to.
Conversation.
I'm talking about in the knockout. What do you mean? No, bro. I always feel like Liverpool can win the Champions League at any point because of our heritage. But that's not my expectation. Isn't to just win the Champions League, because I have to be realistic. If we do come across Real Madrid in the knockout rounds, it is going to be. It's looking a bit bleak on that sense. But most other teams, I'd fancy us against over 2 games. And I don't really know how the knockout rounds work. I think if it's still 2 legs and that. But yeah, I still believe we'll be in the winners bracket. And again, you want to get if you get your away wins, remember we play 4 games at home, 4 games away. So if you win one of your tougher games away, I think Milan was one of the tougher games away on our fixture list. So for me, I feel like we'll be all right in the Champions League. We just probably have to not start we can't start games like how we did against AC Milan in those first 5 minutes. For me, like, that's unforgivable. For the standard that our Liverpool are in the champs, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I won't go on too much about it. It's just we got the job done. We smoked them, and that's the difference between, I think, an experienced team in the Champions League and an inexperienced team in the Champions League, which we'll get to in a minute. And that's not me being rude. I'm just keeping it a buck. I think experience sometimes can get you through games when you're even 1-0 down. So, but I'm talking, when I say we got something for Real Madrid, I mean in the group stage. I think we got something for Real Madrid in the group stage. In the knockout stage, it's a bit different. Look at Real Madrid, they got smacked up by Stuttgart and 1-3-1 just about. Watch their game and you know what I'm talking about.
Turn your camera on and off. You're a bit blurry.
You might want to restart.
Yeah, that's better. No, you're still 1 minute.
Yeah, try restart, bro.
To jump out and jump.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
Good anyway, because now you get me.
Perfect
Arsenal
timing, isn't it?
Perfect timing, blood. You get me. Arsenal.
There you are.
Atalanta 0, Arsenal 0. I'm not see with me, I didn't even rant in it. You get me? If you saw the match reaction, there was no ranting. You understand? It was just I was very disappointed with the performance, blood. You get me? I think players that were given opportunities, i.e., Gabriel Jesus, who was given the opportunity to play in the 9, didn't take the opportunity, blood. You get me? He was absolutely piss poor. Passing was off. Couldn't hold up the ball. Wasn't linking the play with Havertz, Martinelli, Saka. It was just a poor performance from Jesus. He was getting bullied, losing his 50-50s. It was, you get me? We saw that some of these players
He just looked
end of
off
this
it as well,
season
man. Sorry
need to
cut
go,
you off.
blood. You understand? Like Partey, his legs are not there, blood. You get me?
Man, like T Piddy, bruv. We need to have conversations about him.
That tackle was
That brother washed.
for me. That tackle was a bit. It was soft, innit? You get me? Because the pull is not enough for me, and there's minimal contact with the feet. There was a coming together in it, but you saw how
It
long
was a
it took
foul,
for
though.
VAR to actually give the penalty, blood. You get me? But David Blood Clot Raya, rude boy. He has announced himself as Arsenal #1, blood. You get me? He has been arguably our best player this season, blood. You get me? The game against Wolves, he made a fantastic save at 1-0. The game against Villa, fantastic save at 0-0. The game against who do we play third game? Brighton. The game against Brighton at 1-1 made a mad save, blood. The game against Tottenham, the save from Porro, blood. You get me? Now the next, bruv, every game he has made a absolute out of this world save, blood, that has kept us in the game or has helped us to go on and win that game, blood. You get me? You saw yesterday that save. Now, this is where I'm pissed that Monts ain't here to hear this, blood, because that save was exactly the same as the Dirk Kuyt penalty against Wojciech Szczesny back in it was actually 2013. No, it's 2012. 2011-2012 season. We beat Liverpool 2-1 away from home. Wojciech made that exact same save, blood. Exact. It was like for like, bro. And I said it in my match reaction. I think I even said it in the watch along, bro. You get me? And I remember the first season. Well, the first season and the second season, because Ramsdale got us he got us into the top 4, and then he was part of the first title charge. You get me? When we had this kit, you understand? And the way that the back 4 would look at Ramsdale was like they felt secure with him. You get me? They knew that, yo, if they do get past us, Ramsdale's gonna do. You understand? He's gonna handle his business. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Last season, you could see at the start the players weren't really comfortable with David Raya. You understand? But as the season went on, I saw them get more comfortable. And at the start, throughout this season, even though we're only 5 games in, I've seen the way they look at David Raya, blood, and it's like they have full trust in this man, blood. You get me? And when the defenders in front of you have full trust, that gives him more confidence, blood. You get me? That will make the defenders even better, blood. You understand? Which is where I get to my next point, blood. Big up Big Steve. We did the match preview, pre-record. You lot go check that. That's out now. You understand? Make sure you subscribe to Big Steve, my brother. We did the match preview, and Big Steve said that he believes that we have the best defense in Europe. He believes we have the best defense in Europe, and he says that because of that reason, we should be more brave when we attack. We should like throw more forward. You get me? Because if we were to get caught on the break with that back 4 and Rice in front, you've got, bro, it's hard to break that down. You get me? It's hard to break up because there's pace in that back 4 as well. You understand?
Absolutely.
So I totally agree with Big Steve when he says that we have to be more brave in the attacking areas. And I said that, yo, we're gonna miss Odegaard, blood. You get me? I said that we need attacking reinforcements, blood. You get me? And you saw yesterday that there was no player in the midfield that was willing to get on the ball and move it forward, or get on the ball and drive with it. You get me? It was just all sideways, and you know what I mean? It was very poor, blood. You understand? And you saw Havertz again in the midfield. It didn't work. You get me? I'm not getting a Havertz. I'm more getting an Arteta on that one, blood, because you've seen that don't work.
I thought it was meant to be all well-rounded.
He's a forward line player, blood. You see that don't work, blood. You get me? So I don't understand why you would go.
Last week he weren't a striker.
I don't get, blood. We said he's a forward line player.
Forward line player, man. He plays in the 9.
We've seen that it works with him in the 9, innit? You get me? And I think that last night showed that if it's between him and Jesus, it's Havertz, blood. You get me? Because Jesus was shocking. You get me? Partey. Yeah, blood. You understand? Jorginho has to start.
Is it Jorginho Rice?
It's blood. It's got to be on Sunday. Obviously, we're going to touch on it a bit later. But on Sunday, Partey can't start, innit? You get me? I'm going to tell you my midfield when we get to the next bit. But yeah, Partey can't start, innit, blood? You understand? But you get me? It's a tough place to go to, Atalanta, so to get the draw, keep it moving. You get me? We didn't lose. You understand? There's 7 more games. You get me? Win all our home games. You get me? Win 1 away game, we're good. Blood.
You lot finish top 8. 100%.
And also, it doesn't matter where you finish in the top 8. Like it don't matter where you finish in the top 8, bro.
Well, you don't think they finish top 8?
No, wait. Fuck all that. What are we doing with this pity party, bro? Fuck all this, man. Fuck all this. What are we doing?
Yeah, no, I was just letting him finish his dialogue. And
this pity party thing. I'm not having it. Yeah. We're talking best defense in Europe, second best team in the Premier League, and we're talking about Atalanta away is a difficult place to go. But the San Siro is in a difficult place to go because Milan are crap right now, and we've got the easiest.
I remember we cooked to Sam for getting knocked out by them last season.
Because
what are we actually doing?
We cooked to Sam because he begged for Atalanta. That's why we cooked him, blood. Yeah,
and also because he didn't go through
because he lost to Atalanta.
Like no. What they at pity party? The forward line isn't good, man. They don't have good attacking players.
We keep talking about this godlike defense. Why are we talking about defense when you're playing at Atlanta? Why are we talking like you've gone to the Bernabeu? Man, are talking like they're going to the Bernabeu.
Yeah, but that's all they've got.
Bro,
that's it. That's all they got.
It's the first game. Do you think I'm like, oh my god, we drew, bro? I'm so
no, bro, no.
Really? I don't know, man. One open play goal in like 3-4 games now.
I find it dusted. I just find it very cheeky.
No.
It's because there's no Odegaard. You take away
some of these forwards, bro.
Take away Odegaard, and there's nothing there. There's no creativity. There's no one to get on the ball and move it. Moreno's injured, so he could play that.
But again, I thought Havertz should be better off playing deeper. So
no one said.
And now we play him a bit deeper, and he's not doing anything.
No one said that, Lewis. Stop chatting shit. I want him as a 9.
No, because we were having conversations.
No. You're bringing a gal. You're bringing a gal.
Do the 9, so he plays further back.
Don't bring.
And now he's struggling. I don't see him do anything yesterday.
No. Don't bring a gal's word.
And it's not even just him. That's one player I wanted to touch on.
You get me? Play Havertz as a 9. You get me?
As a 9. You were telling me he wasn't a 9 last episode, so I was seeing him play a bit deeper, and he offered me absolutely nothing. He was boring to watch and lost every duel. But it wasn't just him as well. Again, we spoke about Thomas Partey. Brother is finished
yesterday. Havertz weren't the issue yesterday.
No, again, one player. That was one player we were touching on. There's plenty of other ones we can talk about as well.
Poor. Martinelli was pissed.
Martinelli, yeah, we're gonna get to Martinelli.
I'm not gonna lie, like I'm still
let me
Thomas Partey, man, stuck in the mud. That brother is finished. He's done out. Who else? Martinelli. This brother, like maybe Don had a point talking about Mudryk and Martinelli because they're playing at the same damn level. They're playing at the same level. That if you told me that was Mudryk playing yesterday, I would have believed you, man, doing the whole cut inside and shoot out at the stadium. He's been watching some of his comps last season. I saw a stat. Martinelli's on another 007. No goals, no assists, 7 months. Not even 7 games. 7 months.
17 games, no goals, no assists. And when I said to you guys, his 3 most iconic moments were calamity type mistakes from the opposition side. These aren't things that, again, like, he's like flawless. Lewis, his biggest goals, he kicked the ball at someone's head and it went in. Yes. Alisson kicked Van Dijk and he was an open goal. And the other one, what was it? His dead touch made him do this one. after his dead touch made Kante slip and he did this
Against 2020 Kepa.
He had the audacity to do this. After the ball hit his knee and Kante slipped, he did this.
He did.
And that's still one of his top 3 moments in England.
The actual cheek, the cheek, even and what's worse, I didn't make this whole Diaz and Martinelli thing. You man did this. Because when I say Martinelli's crap, the first thing you want to do is have Diaz's name in your mouth. Pause. It's dead. Martinelli is limited. And you keep saying his form.
I was paying for Guna Lee now. This is crazy.
Can it be form for a year and a bit? It's been a whole year. He's been crap for a year. Anthony has more GA than him. Edison has more GA than this man. Edison
Anthony bagged
in all comps. Anthony bagged a pen. Edison got an assist. Panate's got more GA. Van Dijk's got more GA.
That's crazy.
Liverpool's whole back line against Milan has now got more GA. Everyone in our back line got GA against Milan. This man is offering nothing. And your immediate go-to is that, oh, well, he cost us 6 million from the 3rd division in the Brazilian league. Well, maybe, just maybe.
There's a reason.
Maybe we can see why you got him from that.
No. Ballon d'Or clause.
Just maybe.
You
know what I'm saying? Am I still hurt that Martinelli took my gal? Is it that? Is it still that now? Is it just still an obsession? Is it still an obsession, Troops? You know what I'm saying? Did he take my gal? Do you know what I'm saying? What did he do? Because clearly, he don't hit nothing because all he does is miss. He don't hit nothing because he won't hit my gal. You know what I'm saying? He can't even hit the target. Man tried to think the keeper and hit someone in the crowd. You could have done the snatch and grab and shut everyone up today, bro.
He tried to take the keeper.
You man could have done that snatch and grab. Yeah, snatch and grab, and you could have shot all of us up. You could have shut me up. You could have scored against Tottenham on the weekend when it was a 1-on-1. Another chance to shut me up. It's like he watches this pod and he can hear me. And that makes it even worse because you can hear the haters and you're not shutting them up.
They're calling him the Bolivian Balassi in the chat.
That's disrespect to Balassi.
Balassi, yeah, that's crazy. Balassi.
That's disrespect.
Balassi would have bagged yesterday.
Actually, yeah. Balassi's better 1v1.
Yeah, Balassi would have bagged that.
What's he good at? What's he good at?
Running with his head down.
What's he? Hold on. Let me hold on.
Rugby penalties.
I think I got a stat. I got some stats because Streets loves to do the stats thing. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Streets loves a stat. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these games, innit? There's I saw something about Martinelli that I just want to read out. So Martinelli in the 90 minutes versus Atalanta, 0 GA, 0 shots on target, 0 chances created, 0 successful dribbles, 0 accurate crosses, 0 duels won, 0 fouls won. So man can't even get fouled properly. Man can't even. Anyway, 1 big chance missed. He has 0
man's
GA
on
in his
0017.
Bro, he has 0 GA
Yeah,
in
doing
his
up
last
Hoyland.
17 games
Yeah,
for Arsenal.
Worse than
He's
Hoyland.
doing up Hoyland.
Worse.
And he's been here for 4 years. At least Hoyland was in his first season.
Bro, man, the worst thing is this boy knows the system. He didn't sign yesterday. He knows the system. But people are gonna say because
Their attack really is just Saka and Inshallah. Oh my goodness.
Genuinely, yeah. Like, please stop with the monsters obsessed with Martinelli thing. I'm just telling the truth, and you lot are calling it an obsession because you can't see shit when it's in front of your face. He's not good enough. And if you want to win the league, start moving correct and bench him. Bench him, let him know that he's playing crap and make him fight for his place back in the team. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. I'm not gonna look at play low-hanging fruit like Gabriel Jesus and guys like that. You know what I'm saying?
You rise up the share screen, please?
The fuck is that, blood?
No, it's just a speed video. It's just speed. It's nothing deep. You won't get demonetized.
I'm not trying to troll Martinelli. I ain't playing it, blood.
So there you are. There you are. Dictatorship.
And also for anyone who wants to talk about Atalanta and how, you know, they're a really tough side to go away from home. Atalanta, do you want to know how many points they are above Milan? Do you want to know how much so much better they're doing than AC Milan? They're 1 point above AC Milan. 1 point. Just one. 1 point. So for everyone saying that Milan are crap, you know, it's cold out here, Milan are crap. You know what I'm saying? Milan want their manager out, and Atalanta love their manager, and they're doing so well, even though they've lost 2 of their best players, one to ACL and one to Juventus. It's still a mad difficult place to go, even with the best defense in Europe. If it wasn't for David Raya, it would be another This was embarrassing. I don't care if it was raw. This was embarrassing because with no Odegaard, Rice playing left centre mid is stinky as fuck. It's stinky. It's literally stinky. And I haven't seen a good performance away from home from Arsenal in the Champions League in a minute now. They were crap at the Dragao. You were crap at the Allianz. You were crap today. And you don't got PSG. And you gotta go to the San Siro as well, by the way. You have to go to the San Siro. Remember that.
Yeah,
Arteta needs to stop doing this big brain thing.
Have they had a good UCL away game? Have they had a good UCL away game yet?
Sevilla.
Yeah, probably in a group. Yeah,
maybe
in a group stage.
Yeah, you won that one 1-0, I think. What was it?
Nah,
Martinelli
2-1.
counter attack. 2-1. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll count that one.
Right.
There's one.
Come on, man.
I was really trying to wrap my head around.
Come on,
that.
man. And again, and for all the Arsenal fans in the chat saying, "Oh, is a Liverpool fan talking about Atalanta?" Yes, we lost to Atalanta. They knocked us out the cup, but that was an upset. Why? Because Liverpool are naturally very good in Europe. So you can talk about the one game, but this is not a blip for Arsenal. This is a trend. It's a trend. That was a blip for us. It's a trend for you, man. No one was surprised. No one was surprised at the attacking patterns. These man, you lot literally Paella Pulis going long to Havertz and hoping for the best in the flanks. Havertz was right wing.
I think that's what's. I'm telling you, like, it's the system that's fucking with Martinelli. It's not him.
No.
Since the system's changed, I've said it. Since the system's changed, he's not looked the same.
But he's
Since he started
isolated
playing
in good
this
positions
different
and
style
he's
of football
fumbling
and
it.
this possession-based sideways.
But do you want to know why I can't hear that? Because he's getting the ball in good positions where it's about what you do as the individual, and he's fumbling it. That's on him. And he's fumbling it consistently. That's on him. So I don't know how it's the system, because the system's getting him in good positions. The system's getting him one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he's fumbling it. He had, like, what, 3 chances, and they all went off target. And he was the only one who got chances. If anything, he should be thriving in the system. He's fumbling it.
And if you solely only if you need the system to look more than a 4 out of 10, please, what does that say? What does that say?
I've said drop Martinelli though, so he's out of form right now. You got no confidence. The confidence ain't there. Man. A confident Martinelli scores both them chances. He buries a chance against Tottenham, and he buries the chance against Atalanta.
Troops, you are going for.
He hasn't been playing well, blood.
You are the second.
So it's individualistic.
Lose confidence, Lewis, bro. Are you fucking?
So it's the individual confidence. So it's the individual. So it's the individual then, and it's not
going to be playing shit.
So it's the individual then, and it's not the system.
Go up on the mic. Pause.
That's it. It's him. You can't say it's the system when he's the one that's been getting the chances.
Bro, he got 3 chances in the last 2 games. Stop chatting shit, bro. When's the last time he got a chance?
He's the only one that got the chance.
Now I'm gonna chat. Now I'm gonna talk. Let you lot have your fun. Now I'm gonna fucking talk, blood. Yeah. And now you're talking fucking shit, blood. The whole thing.
He's the only one who got the chance.
Allow it. The whole thing. Everything's been going down the right, blood. Yeah. It's all Saka. The thing is, we've been saying Martinelli's not involved. There's nothing going down the left hand side. Yeah. Now Timber's in the side. There's shit going down the left hand side. Yeah. He has not been confident the whole time, blood. His form has dropped, so the confidence has left him as well, blood. You're not going to be on bad form and then still be confident, blood. Football don't work like that, bro. It's a confidence game. You understand? His confidence has obviously hit the floor. A confident Martinelli buries them 2 chances, blood. He buries the chance at Tottenham, and he buries the chance last night, blood. You get me? The system has fucked him, and now he's just out. His confidence is on the fucking floor, blood. Because you can see in the way he's playing, blood. Yeah, that's not Martinelli. He's direct. He don't get the ball early as well. You can't give him the ball when there's he don't work in a system that is possession based. You need to free him. You need to set him off early. Then he can. That's what we're doing against Tottenham. Trossard was getting him in early. The only reason why he got the chance yesterday is because he came inside off the wing. That's why he got the chance. He came inside off the wing. He ain't been getting nothing on the left. So he had to come over to get his chance, blood. You understand? The one chance he got from the left-hand side was down to Trossard. because there was a working left-hand side. There was Timber, Trossard, and him. He hasn't had that. Yeah, we've said that Xhaka leaving the club has affected him. We've said that Jesus falling off and fucking Krychenko not being there as well, because Krychenko being there did benefit him as well, blood. You get me? We've said all these things, bro. You get me? So man can't be telling me that he's getting chances and fucking missing them, blood. He's only got chances in the last 2 games, blood. Yeah? It's not like he's getting consistent chances like fucking Mudryk or fucking Anthony or fucking Mudryk.
Hey, don't do that.
They're fucking missing. Yeah? Then man don't. It's not that.
Anthony don't get consistent chances.
System excuse for Martinelli, but when it's Mudryk, it's just he's getting hella chances and fumbling them. What are we talking about? The only one who got chances yesterday was Martinelli, and he's the one that fumbled it. So we can't act like it was the system. It was him. He's the one who fumbled it. He's the one that fumbled it. The one who was getting chances was him yesterday. So how am I hearing this stuff about
because you lot do a podcast with me 2 times a week, yeah? And how many is only in the last 2 eps where I've said Martinelli should have scored his chance. Martinelli should have took his chance. I have not been saying Martinelli's missing chances. You lot are here.
And it's only been the last 2 episodes of the pod where I've been focused on Martinelli as well, because he's been the one that's been fumbling. No. The main Martinelli cutter has been Mons. I've been focused on fucking clinical, but I need a striker, Kai. You know where I'm at. You know where I'm at. So this is why I've been focusing on Martinelli. Now I want to talk about system. He's the one who's getting the chance, and he's the one that's fumbling it. It's as simple as that. He scores one of them, you win the game. We're not having this discourse. All he has to do is even put them on target, and it's putting them out of the stadium, and we're doing these excuses. No, he's not performing. That's it.
Have I not said that?
And bro,
yes, I'm saying it too.
On numerous occasions. Did I not say that he needs to be dropped for Sterling? Have I not said he needs to be dropped for Trossard? I'm not here saying play him.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Because he's clearly not in form.
I'm with you. Drop him.
But the thing is, again, I just don't understand. But for me, Martinelli, and yes, I understand he's your player, so you're going to give him the benefit of the doubt at times. But for me, it's chance after chance after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. It is because I guarantee you other players don't get the same leeway that other players aren't getting. Other players aren't getting the same.
The system change has affected him.
I dare Nketiah to do what my man was doing, or any of them guys, or Jesus to do what Martinelli's been doing. I dare any of them to do it, and to
that's
see
low, bro.
The backlash, bro. Imagine if Nketiah missed that. Imagine if Jesus missed that.
Yeah, it's true. You got a point there.
Imagine if Kai Havertz missed that.
Yeah, you got a point.
Do you think I did not go off when he missed that chance on the watch along? Are you lot all right? Do you not think I just sat there and was like, "Oh, unlucky, Gabby"? Are you crazy?
No, I'm not saying it's just you. It's not just you, Troops. I'm just saying that, like, it's literally he gets 10 months or 12 months of being shit. Man is still going, "Oh, it's form." He's missing chances. A man is saying, "Oh, it's the system. He's not getting chances." He finally gets his chances, and he's fucking up the chances. Now I'm gonna hear some shit like, "Oh, well, now we need to wait all the way until Mourinho comes back to see if we can get the best out of Martinelli." What's gonna be the excuse next? What is going to be the next excuse for him to be not good enough to play for Arsenal Football Club? You man are not playing for top 4 anymore. Martinelli was good when you were trying to go for top, when you were outside the top 4, going into the top 4, and then you ended up being in the title race. That's when Martinelli was good. Now that you man are going for titles, shock horror, Martinelli ain't good. You know why? Because the standards have risen, the standards are higher. Certain players have kept their standards, certain ones haven't. Certain players get left behind. What happened to Ramsdale? Thank you very much. You loved him very much. Off your pop. This is the level now. You have to be shrewd. You can't have too much love in this thing, bro. You want to win trophies now. What, do you want Martinelli's happiness, or do you want to win trophies? Which one do you want, Troops? It's not everyday sentiment. Too much sentiment will get you, man, burnt. This man scored 6 goals and scored 4 goals after you were 4-0 up at Palace. He has offered you nothing for too long now. You want to do something, sort out the left side. I don't know how many times I need to say it. This is tough love. This is actually tough love, bro. This is tough love. I'm done now. I'm done.
Yeah, drop Martinelli. Trash.
Nah, keep playing him.
Actually, yeah. Who am I kidding?
This is a prick.
Keep Havertz in the midfield. Keep Havertz in the midfield too. I want to see all round game.
You know
up the
the
Chelsea,
shit
man.
that just said, you know. Hey, chat, do you see the discrimination? All the stuff Muntz and Lewis just said, and I get called the prick, you know. I bet.
Because you are a prick. Because you've been sat while we've been cooking, you've been sitting like this.
I've been listening. I let you man cook,
like,
yo. You
just
might let you man
enjoying
cook.
destruction.
Yeah, I let you man cook. You man was
Also, speaking of Martinelli, there's hella Martinellis in the chat. Hit the like button. Hit the target. Frauds.
Hit the top. Wow.
Big up the Chelsea, man.
Right.
He says if Arsenal don't win this year, they are similar to Pochettino's Tottenham 2019. Almost there, but lost with an expensive squad compared to Tottenham.
Aye, Paella Poch will be there.
Wow. Right.
Will be there.
That's crazy. I need Martinelli actually needs to go and score the winner against Man City this weekend.
Big up Lee Burnell. He says big up Troops and the man them. Months is a wallad. 30 blood. I'm telling you. Man like Elon, he's not trolling this week. But he actually might be. He says Eze, Mateta, and Don Eddy are going to cook 10 spliffs. Don Eddy scored this week while Jesus Kai and Martin held corn.
Big up Elon.
So it started off good and then it went left, blood. Big up Rishi. He says we weren't Fonseca in.
Oh, you lot never wanted him in the first place. Oh, fair enough.
Never wanted him. Big up man like Will. He says I'm not having it. That Atalanta was difficult yesterday. Man, them had Zappa Costa and Kalazanac in the back line. No,
man like Zappa Costa.
Galvini.
Proper Chelsea.
Big up man like Adam. He says our winger cost 5 million, yours cost 60, and furthermore, we wasted longer than 3 minutes. Months. Pause. We lasted, sorry.
Lasted longer than 3
I
minutes.
think he's saying because you lot conceded early, I'm guessing.
And also, I'm guessing Diaz cost you 60. Was that Diaz?
Yeah. So wait.
Wait, was Diaz 60 million?
It was 40 something. It's 40 something. Like 45 million. No.
Cool.
Big up Rishi. He says Brennan Johnson has more GNA than Martinelli this year.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Johnson's baby.
That's crazy.
I said Brennan Johnson.
Big up Irvin. He says Havertz is obviously a striker. That's why he improved.
Yeah, man.
No. He's a striker that can't play strike, but he's a midfielder that's being played way too deep, and he's also a 10 that isn't creative. He's also a winger that can't take on his man, but figure it out.
By the way, Diaz costs 37 million pounds, and it rises to 58 million euros if we do certain things. So it hasn't risen yet. So it's at the moment it's like 37 million.
Big up Mr. Hussein. He says Martinelli 2024 versus Arsenal Willian. Jesus Christ.
Arsenal Willian. Oh, heritage.
Big up Yubi. He says out of form for 17 months is mental illness deluded. It's not looking good, bruv. Big up Irvin. He says Lewis got beer chat. Your club has 5 Martinellis.
Who's our Martinellis? We have one and his name's Mudryk and he's still a better passer. Who's the other Martinellis? It ain't Sancho. It ain't Palmer. It ain't Noni. It ain't Jackson. It ain't Nkunku. So, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? We might want to go attacker for attacker. I don't mind.
Your attack so good that it got you to. That's gonna get you to what? 5th. Great.
It's gonna get me a trophy. Will it get you a trophy?
You're gonna. Well, you're dead Conference League. Allow it, man. Big up Lee Slims.
Hey, are you getting a trophy?
I said we're getting a trophy. Big up.
He did say Premier
So you get me. Hold that, blood.
Champions League or Premier League. Yeah.
Big up Lee Slims. He says big up Martinelli officially on Fraud Watch.
Now, only
that took you a while, bro.
Took you a while, guys. Big up Leader.
Big up Rye. He says off topic. You man ever scrapped at a game?
Well, you
talking the stick I get on Twitter. Surprisingly not.
Yeah, right. Are you talking about like a United match, like a Premier League game, or you saying
like Sunday League? Like
yeah,
Sunday
playing. You saying playing?
I think he means. I'm pretty sure he means in the crowd. Type.
Yeah.
Oh, that scrap all that. I ain't scrapping.
Nah, scrapping in the crowd. I got good skin, bro. What are we doing here?
Yeah, I ain't doing all that. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, all that.
Full blood.
Big up Mark's got the vision. He says Martinelli is a spicy shemak. Man's not Brazilian.
Respect Shamak's thing as well, by the way, please.
Man like Elon, he's back again. Big up yourself, blood. He says, Edu has invited Tony Pulis to barbecue tonight to appoint him technical director. Edu and Paella Pulis have told the scouts to find the new Rory Delap.
Oh my days.
Like that,
That's
yeah,
rude.
I
Elon,
thought they
yeah.
wanted another centre back.
See Elon, yeah, waste, man, you know. Big up Winter Surfer, my G. He says, I want to thank Mikel Siesta for a great rest.
Yeah, that game
said-
literally put me to
I said
sleep.
Mikel
I
Siesta.
took a nap after.
I'm never
Like,
gonna get them 2 hours.
Best
back.
sleep
Never.
of my life, man.
I literally took a nap after. I was like, yeah.
I couldn't even.
And again, I love bringing it up. Arsenal fans used to cuss us for playing this sort of football, and we won trophies doing it. You had better win something this season, otherwise I'm frying the entire fan base. You man threw all your morals in the bin to win nothing. Cool.
Nah, man,
Man, have to win something.
They winning a major trophy, Lewis.
They had better. They had better. Because
How-
like, if they want to
Lewis,
take
how
this
about-
stinky
Lewis.
football after cussing us out for doing it for years, cool.
Lewis,
Better
how
win
about
some
we just start
trophies
with
like
this
we
weekend?
did.
Lewis, how about we just start with this weekend?
Hmm.
Shall we just start with this weekend? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if they're winning a major trophy, 3 points is a must.
City versus Arsenal, the game of the weekend, the most important game in the Premier League now. You get me? This is the new title showdown, people. You get me? We've had Liverpool, Man City in recent years, but obviously the last 2 years, and now this is the third year. It is Arsenal and Man City that lead the way, and the rest are just trying to catch up, blood. You get me? But we're still trying to catch up with Man City, if we're being totally honest. You get me? But we travel to Man City. You get me? The record has improved against City, blood. You understand? I think we went like 20 games or something without even getting a point, home or away. You get me? We were there whipping boys. Pause. But we've turned that around, blood. You understand? Last year we got 4 points off them. But for me, if we don't get 6 points off them, we don't win the league, blood. You get me? I'm from an era where I remember league title wins, and we always, as Arsenal fans and the players themselves, started to believe that we could do something if we won at OT. If we went to OT and won, we'd be like, all right, cool. You get me? Like, we'd always beat them at Highbury. You know what I mean? That weren't nothing, blood. But if we went to OT and won, like if we went there and drew, we'd be like, okay, we're doing decent. But if we went there and won, we'd be like, all right, cool. That's that. Yo, we're bringing it back. Highbury, hi ho, hi ho. It's off to Highbury we go.
Did we not have a better record at Highbury than you had at OT during that period?
I'm not sure because when I think back of it, one minute, let me think back of it now. So 97, 98, we done you home and away. 98, 99, we beat you 3-0 at Highbury. And then I think it was a 1-1 draw away from home. 99, 2000, you done us home. And then I think we drew away again. 2000, 2001. I think that was the 6-1. And I think we won at Highbury. 2001, 2002, we done the double. 2002, 2003. It was, I think 2002, 2003 was 2 draws. 2003, 2004 was 2 draws. 2004, 2005, you done us home and away. 2005,
and
2000.
One of them in the 90s, 2000s. King got a double. I can't remember at your place.
What was the one where these man where you man
that's when they had the blue kit.
Yeah, when these man were fouling you up and Rooney dived.
That was 2004, 2005. That was
when they lost the invincible record.
That was the invincible game. That was 49th. You get me? Where we got robbed, absolutely robbed, blood. God rest his soul, Jose Antonio. They kicked the shit out of him, bro. You get me?
Neville was on violence that game.
Yeah, it was a scumbag mentality, bro. You get me? Because that's the only way they could get us, bro. Ferdinand said it. Like he said, the only way we could stop them was to kick them, bro. The man was just popping the ball around.
And they tried getting him in the changing rooms afterwards.
Yeah, me. Fabregas dash pizza in Fergie's head. Hold that, pussy, oh. Hold that.
But
like I said, I didn't believe until we went to OT and won. And now I'm in that same predicament where I'm like, if we don't go there and win, we don't win the league, blood. You get me? We have to take 6 points from them. Being 2 points behind as well, we have to go there and win, blood. You get me? We cannot afford to lose. That's one thing. If we lose, it's done, blood. You get me? If we draw, then you know what I mean. It's going to the wire again. If we lose, yeah, you know what I mean. It's done, bruv. Just call it a day, bro. You get me? I got some wild stats, blood. You get me? Man City are unbeaten in their last 9 Premier League home games against Arsenal since a 2-0 defeat in January 2015. That's when Santi had that obvious, beautiful masterclass. Arsenal earned 4 points against Man City in the Premier League last season, double the amount they had from their previous 15 such meetings with the citizens. Like I said, we were the whipping boys. Pause. Arsenal kept a clean sheet in both Premier League meetings with Man City last season, having conceded at least once in their last 16 games against the citizens beforehand. Arsenal have won 99 of their 211 meetings with Man City in all competitions. They've only reached triple figures for victories against Everton, while it's the most defeats the citizens have suffered against an opponent in their history. And finally, having won their 4 Premier League games this season, Man City are looking to become the first team in English top flight history to win their first 5 in 5 different campaigns, previously doing so in 1912, 2015, 2016, and 2023. Now, obviously, Odegaard's injured. You get me? He's out. You understand? Rice is back, though. You get me? That's good news, blood. We're going to need him in the midfield. Kevin De Bruyne is missing for the champions. I don't know if that would be much of a miss, blood, because the amount of firepower they have in that midfield, Rodri, Gundogan, Kovacic, fucking Foden can go in there, Bernardo, Grealish can fucking play in there. Obviously, he's going to be a miss, but he's not going to be as big a miss as Odegaard. You get me? Where this is the game where we need the creative spark in the midfield. You understand? And like I said in the midweek chat, Partey cannot start this game, bro. You get me? If we want to get anything from this game, Partey cannot start. We're going to have to keep possession of the ball. The only one that can make that line-breaking pass and keep things moving is Jorginho, blood. You get me? So, you get me? Rice, Jorginho, and I'm looking at Rice, Jorginho, Trossard. You get me? But I'd even maybe switch the formation to a 4-2-3-1, how we played against Tottenham when we played Jorginho and Partey in the pivot. I think maybe we play, obviously, Rice and Jorginho in the pivot, and then Saka on the right. I'd put Sterling on the left. Get me? Sterling. For me, Sterling has to start. He's got a point to prove. He done most of his dirt under Arteta at City on the left-hand side. Let's see what he's got, blood. You get me?
He always turns up for that game as well.
You understand? So, he does, bro.
Trossard and Martinelli needs to be dropped.
Facts, unfortunately. Trossard in the 10, and then, get me, Killer Blood Clark Kai in the 9, blood. Obviously, the back 4 is the back 4, blood. Benny Blanco, Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, David Raya in goal. That's how I would set up, blood. You get me? Because losing Odegaard, I don't think you can play a 3 in midfield. I think you have to go with a 2. I think the formation has to switch, blood. You get me? Arteta did it last week against Tottenham. It worked. He has to do it again, blood. You get me? Like I said, we have to win. We have to win this, boys. Like, we cannot afford to lose this game. A draw's not good enough. We have to go there and win, blood. You get me? Big Steve thinks we've got the best defense. Big Steve thinks that if we win, it's not a statement. Big Steve thinks that if we win, City won't panic. I believe otherwise. You get me?
You think if you win, City panic?
I think if we win, City panic, and it's a statement, because I think City they'll be like, all right, because Roger's got all this chat about, it comes to mentality. You get me? We have a better mentality than them. Last year, you get me? When we went there and got smoked 4-1 in the first title challenge, we were on our knees, blood. Pause. You get me? Holding in defense. We had no hope. You get me? Last year, it was more defensive, blood. You get me? It was more, can we take a point from the Etihad, blood? And we could have nicked it late on. You get me? Trossard, Mr. Chance, bro. You get me? Late on. This year,
it would be a statement. I agree with that. If you go there and win, definitely it's a statement, because you're going to your title rivals and win. But they don't.
When I've watched City, they've been
September. Yeah,
they've been susceptible on the break.
They won't fear you off that. It's a statement for you. You have to just make the statement.
I never said fear. I never said fear. I said.
What did you say? I missed that.
I said panic.
You said panic.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna panic.
If you not win, they don't panic.
I think they'll be like, "Oh shit!"
But you need the statement for yourself. That's what it is.
I hear you, but they won't panic. They've won 3 in a
You
row.
have to say I can come to your ground and beat you.
They've won 3 in a row.
They've done it before. They've come
Yeah.
to your ground. They've won in the title race. You got to show the same energy.
Yeah, like they will not panic. It's literally, it's not even October yet. If you lot go there and win, statement 110%. But City,
Because it's different. I think if it was at
Emirates,
Emirates, I think if this was at Emirates, I think they just be like, oh, whatever, man. I think because it's Etihad, I think they'll look at it and be like, yo, we can't really slip a lot, you know.
Because even last season, the game at the Emirates was a bit slow. Well, not even slow, just like
they are not panicking.
You were a bit wary of each other and all of that. So I didn't even notice stuff. I feel like it'd be a similar game either way.
Yeah, they've been here before, so they won't. Like I said, is it a statement if Arsenal go there and win? Absolutely. Considering coming off the performance against Atalanta, only scoring 1 open play goal in the last 3 games, Odegaard missing, other players missing. Yes, statement. Panic? No, they are not going to panic. If you lot, what's the points difference between you two right now? Is it 3 points? 2 points?
I think it's 2.
So you go above. So let's say you go above them by a point.
Yeah, we go top.
You go top, like they will not panic. You lot were literally on top of the table for 93% of the time. You lot was on top of the table at points last season as well. If it was April, I'd hear it. But even that, you don't win 3 in a row on accident. It's not like this is their first title race. I'd hear it. Like they won't panic. They won't. Statement, yes. Do I think you lot win the game personally? No, I don't think you win the game. No. Can you get a draw? Yes. Because your defense, I agree with Big Steve in regards to your defense being it. So if someone says 0-0 draw, I hear that. Arsenal can definitely, it's literally going to be a carbon copy of the Atalanta game. That's the way you lot set up and try and nick something on the break. And when I say nick something on the break, probably more so set pieces. Because I don't see you.
We didn't even attack Atalanta, bro. It was dead.
Yeah, I think that's the same thing again. I don't think
I was watching that game and thinking like, yo, are these man trying to reserve energy for Sunday?
Nah, man, that's just the way it's just, again, a lack of quality because your forward players are not good enough. Outside of Saka. Saka's the only one. He's the only one that you keep Saka quiet. That's it.
If you check our numbers, if Saka or Havertz don't do something, it's dead.
Yeah, the fact that you're relying on Havertz tells you what you need to know, but Martinelli not good enough.
Havertz has improved, blood. We had this discussion last week.
Okay,
relying on
you know what, Troops?
Blood, I don't care. What do you mean we're not doing this, bro? I don't give a fuck what you lot say.
This guy ain't improved.
No,
bro.
No, Troops, you can improve and still not be good enough.
He is good enough.
He's got to improve first.
He's not good enough for where you lot. You lot are trying to topple Manchester City.
And you're calling
Havertz as the 9. But like I said, keep going with that.
They're getting Kai Havertz, but we need a striker.
Yeah, crazy. This is why you was talking. That's why you was tweeting about Glockers this week. What are we talking about?
Because he's got man, the striker.
Yeah, like he's not. But like I say, Trossard from the start not good enough. Martinelli not good enough. Havertz not good enough. Sterling, we already know the issues with Sterling. It's Saka and that's it. And I said all these things beforehand. It's your attack.
And the man tried to super chat about 5 Martinellis. I'll go forward for forward easily.
Yeah.
These men got rid of Emil Smith Rowe, you know.
And now you take out Odegaard as well. It's like, all right, cool. I say best you lot could hope.
Edu's cooking though, innit? Edu's cooking, blood.
100% he brought you Havertz.
Yeah. And he's good enough, isn't he?
Edu's cooking, blood. Prediction, man, them.
0-0. Everyone get your pillows and your duvets ready for the game, bro. Don't expect anything else.
2-0 City.
1-0 City.
1-0 Arsenal.
Let's go.
Can we do Liverpool Bournemouth? Because I've got to shoot.
Yeah, go for it.
Where is my thing? There it is. Liverpool Bournemouth. Months. Obviously, good win midweek. Bad performance last weekend. Defeat at Anfield. You're back at Anfield. This one is more tricky than Forest, in my opinion. Bournemouth have been playing very well this season. Liverpool have won 9 of their last 10 Premier League meetings with Bournemouth.
He knows what he's doing.
Expectation being a 1-0. Sorry, that's wrong. With the exemption being a 1-0 away defeat in March 2023. Bournemouth have lost 9 of their 10 away games against Liverpool in all competitions, with the exception being a 2-2 draw in the Premier League in 2017 April. Bournemouth have only won 2 of their 29 Premier League away games against teams starting the day in the top 4, losing 25 of those matches. The exceptions are wins at Stamford Bridge over Chelsea, 3-0 in January 2018 and 1-0 in December 2019. Liverpool have lost 2 of their last 5 Premier League home games, having lost just 1 of their previous 58 at Anfield. Following defeat against Nottingham Forest the last time out, they're looking to avoid consecutive home league defeats for the first time since March 2021. And Bournemouth have won just 1 of their last 7 Premier League games, coming from 2-0 down to beat Everton 3-2 in their last such away game. Only 2 teams have ever faced both Merseyside clubs in consecutive Premier League away games and won both times. Arsenal in March 2012 and Man City in February 2021.
All right, so all the judge that Troops has tried to do,
Well, George, I'm just reading our stats, blood.
I rebuke all the judge that, because he did it last week. He did it this exact time last week with Nottingham Forest. I like all the stats. He did it the week before with Chelsea, and they ended up drawing with Palace. So again, I just, you know, I have to rebuke that quickly. But yeah, no, it's a tricky game. Obviously, coming off of a defeat. If we'd won last week, I wouldn't be calling it a tricky game. To be fair, I'd be saying it's at the end of the day, this is a game I expect Liverpool to win. We absolutely must. 2 back-to-back home defeats would be absolutely, for me, absolutely unacceptable. Serious questions will have to be asked, depending on the way we lose as well. By the way, there's also that comes into it. But genuinely, after the win in the midweek, I think we should be okay. The one thing I'm not too sure is what's going to happen on the left side. Will it be Robbo starting? Probably. Or Gakpo or Diaz. I think Diaz will probably get the nod, but Gakpo moved extremely warm. He was our best attacker by a mile in the week. So it's going to be interesting. I think there's a complacency gene that stepped in against Nottingham Forest, because everyone keeps saying we got slapped up by, we didn't get slapped up by them. They had nothing until we made the substitutions, and even then they had the 1 shot on target. So apart from the volley as well. So for me, it's just about whether we can put our chances away in a low block. You know what I'm saying? That low block, I don't want that to be like the kind of cash money thing to stop Liverpool, whether you're home or away. You know what I'm saying? I hope Slot's looked at what he's looked at this, and he makes the tweaks necessary for us to go and get the win. And at the end of the day, yeah, cool, Bournemouth are tricky, but they've won 1 game this season and they went 2-0 down in that game. So there's no excuse.
Why has your form been so poor at Anfield recently? Even like the end of last season. Is it the Klopp leaving? Like no one gave a shit no more?
I don't know, like, because as I said, we max lose like 1-2 games a season at Anfield in all comps. Usually, like it's 1 or 2 games max. We've kind of used that 1 game already this season. You know what I'm saying? And it was Atalanta, Palace, and Forest. So it's actually 3 losses in our last 6, rather than 5 in our last 6. Actually, yeah.
Anfield looking rocky right now, blood.
It is. And for me, I feel like the one criticism I have of the manager, if I'm going to be honest, is that you come to this club and you need to understand how much of a fortress Anfield actually is. You know what I'm saying? You can't like don't step into this club, do your thing, and then kind of diminish the standard that we hold in terms of defeats at Anfield. Virgil van Dijk has 3 losses in 101 games. You see what I'm saying? So that for me is something that we need to. It's just something that we need to just kind of get back on top of. Pause. And I think we will. You know what I'm saying? I still look at the Nottingham Forest game as a blip. We dominated the game, but again, we didn't create enough. And then we got punished when we tried to throw the kitchen sink at the game. And that's what I say when I talk about certain low blocks. You have to be very careful when you're not scoring goals, or if you fail to score goals in the game, because in the Premier League, you could find yourself 1-0 down in the 70th minute, and now you have to throw the kitchen sink, and all of a sudden there are gaps appearing in your back line because you're changing the system. So we want to try and avoid that. You know what I'm saying? So we want to try and avoid that. I don't want to be playing well and then not scoring goals. Like that's not good enough. Do you know what I'm saying?
Apparently Alisson's a doubt.
Yeah, he is a doubt for the game. He is a doubt for the game. So Kelleher will come in. I don't have no issues with Kelleher coming in. But yeah, it's just I'm not really on the playing well and not scoring goals thing, and then you end up losing 1-0. It doesn't amount for anything, because I already know I'm better. Do you know why I don't like that excuse? Because I already know I'm better than Nottingham Forest. you see what I'm saying? Or whoever the team that you're dominating. If you're already better than them, why am I going to sit here and say we played well? You're better than them. You should be playing better than them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the expectation. So it's about getting the points over the line, getting the points on the board.
Yeah, Warrior.
So, yeah,
Probably
man.
sure.
So just for now, we need to go and get that win. I want to see Salah back on the score sheet, and hopefully Gravy Boat. What's Hook saying? I'm confused. Oh, them
So
Spurs.
raise your standards.
Oh, but wait, I'm sorry. Did I not just say that playing well is dead? And did I not just say that? Did I not simply? I literally just said playing well is not good enough because Liverpool are better than them. Yeah. So yeah, clearly again, it's type in before I'm finishing what I'm saying, but that's fine. Yeah, as I said, Liverpool are better than these teams. So when there's an upset and you play well and you don't win, for me, not even play well, as in like you dominate possession and that, it's not good enough. So again, I'm not really looking to just play well in possession. We need to create chances and score. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you've got Man City and Arsenal playing each other. So one of them is dropping points. Guaranteed. One or both are dropping points. So for me, it's a must win. It was already a must win, but it's a must win. So yeah, I want to see the man then back on the score sheet and Gravy Boat dominating another game. You know what I'm saying? None of that complacency and just playing the game at our own speed just because we know we're better than the team. Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I need decimation. I need an angry Liverpool response for me. So yeah, man, I'll be doing the watch along as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Prediction.
2-0 Liverpool.
3-1 Liverpool.
I'll go 3-0 Liverpool.
I was gonna say
Bournemouth are crap and they waste chances for fun.
I'll go 3-1. I was gonna say 3-0 Liverpool, 3-1. I think they bounce back. I think it's back-to-back home defeats. They'll bounce back and do what they should do.
Unfortunately.
Yep, very unfortunately.
Monts is leaving us, people. Big up Monts, blood. You understand? We'll be back on Monday, fam. You get me?
Yes, sir. You lot, big up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, yeah?
Bless
Big up, bro.
Every single time. Bless up.
Lewis, you travel to West Ham this weekend. You kick off the football this weekend. London derby. Got some stats for your Clark, blood. You get me? West Ham have alternated between winning and not winning in their last 10 Premier League home games against Chelsea, beating them 3-1 at the London Stadium last term. They lost one consecutive home league games against the Blues in 2001, 2002. Chelsea have won 30 of their 56 Premier League meetings with West Ham, only winning more times against Tottenham in the competition's history. West Ham have lost both of their Premier League home games so far this season, going down 2-1 against Villa and 3-1 against City. In their league history, they've never lost They never lost each of their first 3 home games in a single campaign. Chelsea have won each of their last 4 away games in the Premier League, last winning 5 such matches in a row in December 2021 under Thomas Tuchel. That includes both under Enzo Maresca this season, with Pep Guardiola in 2016, the last manager to win each of his first 3 away games in the top flight. And finally, among the 17 ever-present sides this calendar year, only Everton and Wolves have picked up fewer Premier League points in 2024 than West Ham. All 5 of those victories have been against teams in the bottom half of the table, drawing 4 and losing 7 against sides in the top 10. You go into this game in 8th position, blood. You get me? West Ham are currently 14th. What you telling me, Lewis?
Hey, time to break the streak.
Thing, blood. Hella fucking... I got some things here, Clark, as well, blood. I forgot. Fabrizio has tweeted, blood. He spoke on Enzo Maresca speaking on Reece James. And Maresca said he was asked on Reece James's schedule for his return, his scheduled return, and he said, no, unfortunately, we don't have any idea at the moment when he will return. Gusto also is not fit and still out, but Sancho's looking good. You get me? Yeah. What else?
Cautious optimism for this one. We should be able to beat West Ham, but we hate playing there. Absolutely despise playing at the London Stadium. Like, that's top 3 worst grounds to go to as a Chelsea fan. That, probably Newcastle. Old Trafford's always the worst one. Fucking 11 years without a victory over there. But, yeah, time to break some streaks. I don't think it's going to be the same sort of game that we usually play against them, just because Lopetegui's trying to play a bit more expansive. So hopefully that gives us a bit more room to maneuver with. Just depends on how we're like defensively. We're not going to have a right back again. Anything but Disasi at right back. That's going to be the first thing that I judge Maresca on. I don't want to see Disasi playing at right back. Play anybody else there. Play Fofana. Play Achimpong. Bring up some other random from the academy. Like, it'll get the fans up because they all fucking love Cobham grads anyway. Anyone but the Sassy there. He's not comfortable at right back. In midfield, no worries. In attack, no worries. Our attack's brilliant. We'll bang goals. It's just a defense, if anything. But I'll say 3-1 Chelsea.
Flawless.
I don't know, because you mentioned it there about your record there, but I know West Ham have had an indifferent start to the season. They ain't been at their best.
They always get up for a London derby, though, blood.
London
That's
derby,
the
and it's an early.
It's because it's Chelsea.
Yeah, and they really can't stand you that as well. Yeah,
early kickoff on a Saturday.
I'm gonna say, I mean, know what? I'm gonna say 2-1 West Ham. Let's go.
Real talk. I'm with Flawless, blood.
Yeah, man. Let's go.
Yeah, I think Lewis is gonna turn up in a mask on Monday.
2-1 West Ham.
Not for West Ham. Not for West Ham.
But
either way, no, I'm not even going to argue lot down too tough, because our record there isn't good at all. We've won like 2 games there since they moved. But streaks are there to be broken, innit? And we're good enough to get a result against them. Just turn up. Finally, for the first time in years, I feel like I'm walking there with an attack I believe in. So go and get some goals.
Doesn't Cuckoo start or still off the bench?
I don't know, you know. Because, like, I hear the argument for Nkunku to start, and I got nothing against it, but I also feel like people are ripping Jackson just based off one bad game, and I'm not really with that either. I also think Nkunku's a great option for us to bring off the bench. Potentially Nkunku and Sancho. That's great options to bring in the second half. So, genuinely, I don't mind what they do.
You don't start Sancho as well?
I'm not too sure with him, because I heard he was still in individual training at the start of the week just to get him up to full sharpness. So with that in mind, you might see him come on at halftime again, and I'm fine with that. This is the beauty of what we've done in the window. I'm very satisfied with our attack. It's just the number 9. If we got an out-and-out 9 like an Osimhen, I'm not even talking about if top 4. I'm demanding top 4. Now, like, I still got the belief in the attack. It's just the bagsman. It's just the bagsman. But even then, there's goals all over the team. Sancho is going to give me hella creativity. Palmer's going to give me both. And Nkunku will bring goals. Jackson will bring both. Noni will bring goals. The only real question is, well, no one cares about Mudryk anymore. So, yeah, no questions. Go win the game. 3-1 Chelsea.
We got Irvin. He says, so if Jackson and Nkunku are enough, why Osimhen?
Very simple. Osimhen is a move for a title-winning team. A team that's going to go for the title within a year or 2. Jackson and Nkunku are enough for me to get top 4. Osimhen would be enough to guarantee me top 4. But Osimhen would also be a move, not just for top 4, but for the title, because that's the team we're trying to build.
There you go, Evan. There you
go. Big up for the donation.
Flawless. A tricky fixture for you as well, blood. Palace away, Selhurst Park, 5:30 kickoff. You ain't gonna like these stats, blood. Crystal Palace did the double over Man United in the Premier League last season. The first time they've ever beaten them in consecutive league matches. Obviously, one of those victories was a 4-0 victory at Selhurst Park. Man United have lost 2 of their last 3 away league games against Crystal Palace, having been unbeaten in their previous 13 such visits to face the Eagles at Selhurst Park. Having won none of their first 20 Premier League meetings with Man United, Crystal Palace have now won 5 of their last 10 against them in the division. Man United have won just 2 of their last 16 Premier League away games against London sides, with both of those victories coming against Fulham, 2-1 in 2022 and 1-0 in 2023. The Red Devils have lost as many Premier League games in the capital since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement as they had in 118 such matches with the Scotsman in charge. And finally, Crystal Palace remain winless in the Premier League so far this season, having won 6 of their final 7 league games last season. So when you had Fergie in there, man, they used to pepper these, man. But since Fergie gone,
100%, that's everyone. That's insert team name here. How many?
Yeah, facts. You know, I'm not gonna lie.
How many teams have broken records against us since Fergie's left? Because we were so dominant. So
Ten Hag's broken most of them, to be fair.
Yeah, Ten Hag has broken most of them. So that's why when I hear stats like that, you mentioned just traveling to London. I was winning 2 out of our last 16 trips. It's not a surprise. Ain't a shock. That's probably most places. That's probably not just London. I bet if you add Midlands or you add the South Coast or
I don't know. I think your record's good in Midlands because you always do well at Villa Park. You always do well at Molineux. So I don't think your thing would be bad around
me. We
Midlands.
don't always do well at Wolves. We've struggled there.
Nah, that was like when you had Ollie and them man there.
I can't even remember. See that I'm trying to erase these from my memory, but the point I'm making is overall. Obviously, the chat will let me know.
London, you've been getting punched up.
Yeah, like we don't.
You come in London and you ain't been going back to Manny with your phone.
We ain't been doing well. It's crazy, but
Man,
still
they got stuck up on the high road, Lewis.
Yeah, stuck up on the high road. That's all.
They went north, got stuck up. They went east, got stuck up. Went west, got stuck up. Went south.
Not safe anywhere, bro.
Up, blood.
You know it's crazy.
Just got them victim.
You know it's crazy, and we still probably
even Tottenham, bro. They're the only big 6 team Andrew's beaten.
That's not well and good, and we've probably won more trophies than London combined in the past 2 years. But hey ho, we move. You know what I'm saying and that. But yeah,
that wasn't necessary.
You lot up in it.
You're a prick.
Why am I a prick?
Exactly why. It's exactly why.
That wasn't necessary.
I defend myself. Yeah,
trying to get involved.
I defend myself as the only northerner now, of the only northerner on the panel. Period. And now it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because Mont is also London. What are we doing here? I defend we have. So all them laugh stops, yeah, because we want more trophies than your whole city. But anyways, as I was saying, Palace away, gonna be a very tough game. Place is gonna be rocking. Late kickoff. Saturday, Selhurst Park.
They're gonna be pissed up, man.
Yeah, they gonna be up.
You know they got that little firm in there with the drums and everything there.
It is that chant is fire as well. These are
Palace.
Oh.
Yeah, they got the whole afternoon to drink as well before that.
Yo, that chant is catchy. The Palace, that's the way we like it. Yo, these man on my channel always singing the Palace song as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game, but it's a test. It's a test. Like, can we get through? If we go there and get a victory, again, it's something it's momentum to build on as well. I'm hoping we can do so.
That'll be 3 in a row, no?
Yeah, it would be 3 in a row, even though it's not the best opposition outside of Palace. And Palace haven't won a game this season so far in the Premier League. It's 2 draws, 2 losses, I believe. Mm-hmm. It's again something to build on. That's how I'm looking at it, and another test for our defense, because defensively we've been fine. I've said this outside of the Liverpool game, and not everyone, but a lot of people over-exaggerated and took that game like we'd been playing like that the entire season from a defensive standpoint. And outside of that, we've been fairly good defensively. So it's another test.
The
back 5 is good.
As well.
Yeah, Mazraoui. I don't know why he was bringing players off the first team players off the bench.
Maybe it was just to give him a little, because I swear he came off against.
You don't need no game time. Play a youngster. You don't need that. Mazraoui will be fine. So yeah, he'll be. Again, our issue is scoring goals.
Maybe it was more of a fitness thing.
Maybe, but you've been fine. But we'll see. Hopefully, he's all right. And as well as the Martinez.
Casemiro did better at centre back. Is that his new position?
He didn't. He played midfield. You joke, man. He started in midfield.
Nah, I swear he was playing centre back against.
No, he came on against. No, he went. I think he dropped into centre back, and he played centre back again.
On the thing, they had him as a centre back.
Nah, he played DM. It was him and Agate because they had.
I saw Agate.
Evans. Yeah. So, it was Evans and. See that this is how much I was paying, just like not because I was half watching the Liverpool game at the same time. But yeah, Casemiro and Agate started in midfield. Fine. I know he played centre back against Southampton. for a period. Obviously, helped set up the third goal that Garnacho scored because he played the ball to
Would you
Dalot.
prefer him there?
No,
And
man,
in
man
the
are treating him
midfield?
like he's Thomas Pye. Like Casemiro had one bad game.
One bad game.
He had one bad game. What other bad game is he had?
He's looked poor.
He's not looked poor. Again, this is the over-exaggeration. Against Fulham, you could argue he was our best player. Against Brighton, he was fine. Liverpool, he was poor.
Them legs are gone.
I didn't play. Nah,
Him
he's
and
not-
Partey need to link up.
He's not. Don't do that. Don't put that on Casemiro. He is
Yeah, they
not
do,
Thomas
blood.
Partey. He's not. I
You
know.
see how they were both
saying
in
he's
Madrid as
not-
well. They probably got they probably got each other's phone numbers.
He's
Hey, hola, hey. We're gonna some
Like I
paella.
say,
Hey.
again with Manchester United. There's a lot of that over-exaggeration. Casemiro's been fine this season. Again, people just pinpointed the Liverpool game where he was poor. He was shocking. But against Fulham, he was arguably our best player, arguably man of the match. Against Brighton, did decent. Didn't play, and then obviously played poor against Liverpool and didn't play against Southampton. He didn't play. Well, he got off the bench in the Southampton game, but the game was already dead by the time he got on. If Casemiro starts, which I don't think he is, it'll be fine. Say again.
Someone who's been playing well, Rashford. Now, I said against Liverpool that Rashford created your best chances. You tried to downplay it.
I didn't
He's been
doing
extra.
downplay it.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't. I just said he's
yeah,
not
you
been playing well.
Yeah, you did. You tried to downplay it, blood.
I didn't downplay it. I said he's not been playing well.
Tried to downplay it, blood.
You
tried to downplay it, blood. You tried to downplay it, blood. You tried to downplay it, blood. Don't try.
Did he play well? Did he
When?
play well against?
Liverpool.
Did he play well against Liverpool?
No one did, but he's the one that put 2 on a plate
Okay,
for
so he
Xerxes,
didn't
blood.
play well. So you agree?
You
with
understand?
him.
For
He didn't-
Slurpee,
he
man,
didn't.
call him Slurpee, blood. You get me?
He didn't play. He didn't play well.
Is Rashford?
Okay.
Is Rashford back, blood? I mean, he's
Oh.
been doing that extra work,
No.
and I know obviously it's Barnsley. You don't really look too much into it, but his last 2 performances have been a lot better. He's looked more confident. He looked confident against Southampton after getting the goal. He was taking shots, beating his man. Pause. Is Marcus Rashford back flawless?
Well, let me just clarify that in regards to he didn't play well against Liverpool, so let's not do that. There was no downplaying of it. Like we just clouded.
He tried to downplay his creativity.
because he put 2 crosses into the box.
That should have been scored.
The first one definitely not.
Could have been a
'Cause
different
when
game.
When Haaland missed the easy header against West Ham because he scored afterwards, no one spoke about it. That was a tough header. Should have scored the second one, though. I agree with that. But you don't at Manchester United, the standards are higher. I'm sorry. Like this is not no Arsenal Martinelli thing where you getting praised for doing the bare minimum. Putting 2 crosses into the box is nowhere near good enough, especially when you've been off form. As long as you've been off form, because he's been off form for a long, long time. So in
He's been
regards to him
longer
being-
than Martinelli.
Exactly. So that's why I'm not giving him no credit whatsoever for putting 2 crosses. And it's not like he picked him out. Man just hit an area. So this is not what we do in cutting back on your right. Like, no, sorry. Is he back? No, I can't say that. We played a championship level side and a League One side. You did what you're supposed to against those sides. Southampton will probably get relegated. General consensus is they will be in the championship this time next year. And we play Barnsley or a League One side. Go perform against Palace. That's a start. Go put in a great performance against Palace and so forth, and then 20 at home, and then Spurs at home, and so forth and so forth. Let's start. Consistency is key. In particular in the Premier League. Of course, the League Cup and Europa League matters, but Premier League is your bread and butter and is where we're gonna hold you to a certain standard. But Rashford's been poor. So am I gonna say Rashford's back? No. Shut me up. Go perform on Saturday. Go ball out.
Prediction?
1-0 United.
2-1 Palace.
1-1.
Why are you laughing, blood?
because you predict us to lose. Shock horror. That's why I'm laughing. That's why.
This is where Palace get their first win of the season, blood.
Yeah, that's cool. You predicted us to lose against Southampton too. I get it. You know what I'm saying? It's cool.
No, I didn't. I said draw.
Yeah. All right. You predicted us not to win. Well, it is.
No, but
Predicted
this
us
is
not to
like
win.
Southampton was just banter. This one could actually could happen.
Yeah, of course it could. Like Palace is a tough. Don't get me wrong. Palace is a tough place to go. It ain't easy, even though it's not been the Palace. But what I've been told, I ain't watched them like that. This is not the Palace of last season. But we mentioned it. Late kick. Lewis mentioned it. Fans gonna be drinking all day. Manchester United are rolling into town, and Selhurst Park's loud anyway. But Saturday night evening kickoff. Probably would have preferred this to be an early one. Not gonna lie. Probably would have preferred it.
Had to have the London derby first, in it. God forbid West Ham Chelsea's the late kickoff, in it. There'll be fights all over the London Stadium.
They ain't dealing with that.
Facts,
West
that's why
Ham
they done
Chelsea
it,
late
this.
kick.
That's why they moved us to 2:00 on Sunday.
You're the early kickoff.
No, I'm saying when we played Tottenham, we were 2.
Oh, sorry.
2:00.
I mean, fuck's sakes, I gotta be up earlier. Okay, cool.
Other fixtures, man. Them. I'm just gonna fly through and get some predictions. We have another derby. We got a London derby with West Ham, Chelsea, obviously, and then we have a Midland derby, Aston Villa, Wolves.
Oh yeah.
Now, Aston Villa, big win away in their first outing back in the Champions League, 3-0 away against Y Boys. You understand? Very, very good performance from Unai Emery's men. I predict them to get another win. I say 3-2 Villa.
I got 2-0 Villa.
2-1 Villa.
Fulham, Newcastle.
Newcastle 1-0.
I got 2-2 draw.
I was gonna say Desmond still. I'm with Flawless. Hey, here we go. 6-pointer. Southampton, Ipswich. This is a 6-pointer. I'm going Southampton because they're at home and Ramsdale.
I go 2-1 Ipswich.
For the Ramsdale factor,
Southampton 2-1.
2-1
So
Ipswich.
both of you are saying 2-1 Ipswich.
2-1 Ipswich.
Yeah.
Where did we go? Tottenham, Brentford. Another London derby. Hella derbies this weekend. Fuck you know.
A lot of derbies.
I'm gonna say 1-0 Tottenham with a penalty.
2-0 Spurs. Continue on from the win against Coventry.
2-1 Brentford. Leicester, Everton. Everton are in big trouble. They went out midweek. They went out midweek in the Carabao on penalties. They are in major trouble. I done said they're getting relegated this year, bro. And I stand by it, blood. This is the year when young and it all falls down. They're gonna have their new stadium. They're gonna have their new stadium in the championship, blood. It might be the biggest stadium in the championship of all time, blood. You get me? I think the biggest one was probably Newcastle or Sunderland.
Probably Sunderland, yeah. It's probably Sunderland.
You know what I mean?
They need to sack Sean Dyche expeditiously.
I don't think they will though, because like they believe like he can pick up a runner form, because the way like you know that he's very defensive and you can see out them 1-0 wins. They don't look defensively good. Like he's got players from Burnley in that team as well. When he was at Burnley, he's got fucking Dwight McNeil. He's got Tarkowski in the back four. He had there was another one there from Burnley as well, blood. But I just Everton. It's not even like. I just think they're shit because it's not like they're not trying. Like, they went up 2-0 against Villa, bruv, away from home, and then it's 2 weeks in a row they've been 2-0 up and capitulated.
No game management. I was watching that game. No zero game management.
They're shit, blood.
When you're 2-0 up, slow the game down. That's what you do. And then Calvert-Lewin had a great chance when it was 2-1 up. And as soon as he missed that, he got tackled out. I was like, all right, yeah, Villa gonna win this.
The then 2 goals they conceded as well just come down to stupidness.
Yeah, man. Like now you getting like you gotta be stronger there as a centre back on the back post for the Watkins goal that made it 2-1. You have to
that Jack Harrison touch for the fucking second.
Yeah, you gotta do better. And that's what Sean Dyche like has made his career off, is being defensively solid. So once his teams are no longer, it's a wrap. They have to sack him. They want any chance of staying up, they gotta sack him. I thought, all right, maybe you turn it around, but after seeing the past couple of games, it's like, okay, it's time.
So, Leicester, Everton, boys. 3-1 Leicester.
2-0 Leicester.
1-0 Leicester.
And then the final one, Brighton, Nottingham Forest. 1-1.
2-0 Forest. Cho double.
2-1 Brighton.
1-1. Big up the chat. Big up the man, them blood. That's episode 325. Wrapped up like a Zubi, blood. You get me. Everyone's doing watch-alongs this weekend for their respective teams. You get me. These pussies will try and pre me as well, blood. But I go live at 3:30 Sunday.
Yeah, no. Your brothers will support you. That's what we do. Don't do that. We are supporting.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, we want nothing but the back of TroopzTV as a part of the back again community. What are we doing out here? Don't do that.
We got Irvin. He says Lewis moves like they're outscoring Arsenal and City.
No, Irvin, you got like 1 minute before the end of the stream. You said we have 5 Martinellis. Name me the 5 Martinellis. I want to know. Because I said I can go forward for forward with Arsenal. I'm fine. I don't mind.
Yeah, you don't want that smoke, Lewis, with clinical kind.
I'm cool with it.
Well, that's a different level of smoke.
But big up the chatters always, blood. You understand? Big up the super chatters, my brothers. Big up the man them. Subscribe to all 3 of them lads. Link in the description as always. Redirecting to Lewis, blood.
What is this?
Don't go anywhere, blood.
Yeah.
Redirecting to Lewis.
So
this
Irvin, come through and let me know those 5 forwards, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, pull up on Lewis, Irvin. You get me.
He said
you don't know the vibes.
This is
We'll
crazy.
be back again on Monday. You lot enjoy your weekend, and hopefully I enjoy mine because I need that fucking W, mate.
Go on, City.